If you've been following my adventures, you know my 2022 KLX 300 was my go-to bike for dual sport and light adventure riding. Since late 2021, the KLX 300 has been my gateway to off-road motorcycling, pushing me to explore terrain I would have never dared to attempt on my KTM 790 Adventure R, a bike I still love for longer adventure travel. The KLX 300 has taken me to places that could only be reached on two wheels. It's gifted me unforgettable experiences filled with both excitement and fear. It opened the door to dual sport riding, creating memories that will last a lifetime. Over time, I felt like the KLX became an extension of me, and I became a part of it. But today, it's time for a new chapter. I'm officially unveiling my new bike, the 2024 KTM 500 EXC-F. In this video, I'll share why I decided to make the leap, my first impressions, how it compares to the KLX 300, the upgrades I have planned, and a fun stop at my buddy's house to get his first impressions. So join me for a ride as I explore a question that many of you riding the Kawasaki KLX 300 or similar Honda CRF 300 may be asking. Does a high-performance bike that is double the price really double the adventure? The idea of upgrading my KLX 300 started after a game-changing experience in the Arizona desert. I rented a Husqvarna 450 dirt bike to tackle single track and forest roads, and I immediately felt the difference. More power, more torque, better suspension, and a lighter feel. The bike transformed how I rode and boosted my confidence while amping up the excitement of navigating the desert terrain. From that moment, I couldn't stop thinking, is it time to move to a bigger bore, higher performance bike? Fast forward a year, and here I am with the KTM 500 EXC-F.
Hello everyone, it's the AWAS. So here's my new 2024 KTM 500 EXC-F. And I've been thinking about this for a while and contemplating, should I go for the 350 or the 500? I did a lot of reading, did a lot of research, watched a lot of videos. Most importantly, talked to some friends that ride 500s or 350s. And the reason I decided on the 500 for several reasons. First of all, it's the same weight as a 350, just maybe 4 or 5 pounds heavier. It is light. I mean, compared to my KLX 300, which is around 310 more because I added some things to it, I would say it's probably around 320. It's a significant difference. I'm surprised what a difference 60, 70 pounds can make. And I'll show you here in a second what a difference that is. First impressions definitely can tell a difference with torque, with horsepower, and that's keeping it in low revs right now while I break it in. I could imagine when you open up the throttle, I know it's really easy to lift the front up. And again, it's a really impressive bike. And so let me show you how light this is. One thing I got to get used to though is this freaking kickstand. Watch this. Boop. I want to make sure I remember that thing pops up. But check this out. I can just about drop it all the way down without bending my back. Boom. I can do that all day. I mean, come on. That's crazy. Can't do that with my KTM 790, that's for sure. A couple things I plan on changing out on this right away. Obviously going to get some good handguards. I already ordered some good handguard Cycras. Put my mirrors on there as well. And got a skid plate coming. I decided to go to AXP because I use that for my 790 and it works great. I'm going to need a new seat because this is really uncomfortable. Everyone told me to change it out. Seat Concepts. They told me a name of a seat that I can use that's a little wider in the back. Narrow in the front. Definitely need to change. My ass was hurting just riding like 8 miles back from the dealer. It's fast, of course. Since I'll be using this for light adventure, I'm going to get probably the Coyote from Giant Loop luggage system, the rackless saddlebags down the road. And I'm getting a heat shield here. It's a carbon fiber heat shield I ordered through the dealer. That should be coming in soon. They've got my handguards coming in. And again, I'm going to get the AXP skid plate that I'll show you there. In fact, here's the KTM 790 Adventure R version. This is it. Moose, it's worked great. I mean, I've hit a lot with this, and it's solid. It's lightweight, which I like a lot. Easy to remove for oil changes. So I decided to go the same route here. It's only about $150, somewhere around there, for this bike. Now, I do anticipate I'm gonna need more oil changes, more service. I mean, 43 miles in, I think, is my first service, including an oil change. So I have an oil change kit. But let's take it for a ride, and I will talk more about it. In terms of height, as you can see, I'm not flat-footed. I'm pretty flat-toed. I mean, if I flat-foot here, I can still touch toe here. I would say about the same height as my 790. It's not bad at all. I'm about 5'10". Now, this suspension is set up for my weight at 187 pounds, and that's right around where I'm at. And so far, it feels really good. I know I'm in the break-in period, but man, what a difference in terms of balance, suspension versus my KLX, to be expected. Simple dash here that I'm still getting to know, and let's start her up. You could definitely feel a vibration difference versus my 300. Makes sense. You got a 500, you're gonna feel that cylinder more so. So here we go. Whoa, just took off. I'm not gonna rev it too much, but engine sounds great, and that's just stock. Wow, what a machine. Holy mackerel. Balance wise, it's really, really good. I'll show you here. I could come to a stop and balance. I'm gonna sit up closer here, but I can come to a stop and balance for a few seconds, and it's just so light, but the balance is something I feel like right there. Boom, just stop. So why did I change from my KLX 300? I love my KLX 300. What it's worth, first of all, the value is tremendous. I mean, this bike is more than 2 times the cost of my KLX 300. Obviously, this is ready to race, high-end components, but man, that's a huge difference in costs, right? So it's something you got to contemplate. In my case, I did think about it for a while. I wanted more power. I wanted better suspension. I've been pushing myself more on single track and off-road in general, climbs, you name it. And at times when I wanted the power of the KLX 300, it just wasn't there. Lifting up the front, for example, to get over logs, it just wasn't there. Now, this is going to be on the extreme end, I know. You know, I definitely want a bike I can grow into and something that can compensate for my lack of skill. But my engine sounds so much better. More vibration, that's the first thing I noticed. Definitely a difference from my KLX 300. Stiffer, for sure, for suspension, but that KLX, I never adjusted the front. I adjusted the back for my sag, and at times adjusted it if I had some luggage on the back. This one is definitely stiffer, and I'm gonna wait for the break-in before I adjust sag, but it's supposed to be set up for my weight, so I don't think I'll be able to, or I'll need to change much on it. And definitely a brighter bike. There's a lot of orange on here, a little bit of purple too, and a little bit of black. It's got an LED front light. The turn signals though are still bulb, which surprised me. Why not, for the cost here, why not go all LED? You know, it's like, why should I nickel and dime everything to get it to what it should be? But that's my opinion. And I have a lot of friends that have the 350 or 500, different years, the KTM. A couple friends that ride Hondas and Yamahas, you name it. And I had the Kawasaki. So I know you can't beat reliability of Japanese, but you can't beat the excitement of these European bikes, of KTM specifically. It's so much fun to ride. And for me, it's about that. I don't plan on, you know, circumnavigating the world or anything like that. You know, staying in areas that if I get into trouble, I'll be able to find myself out of trouble pretty easily. This is my second KTM bike I've ever owned. I've owned a mix of Japanese bikes. I've owned Harleys too, so I've experienced that other end of things. Right now the gearbox is smooth for stock. Again, I'm just comparing against my KLX, and shifting was a bit rough in the beginning. I remember I had to break it in, and then it smoothed out. But this one, you know, just riding it right from the dealer, shifting feels smooth. Very simple dash, as you can see. It's weird. I don't know if it's attached to my battery or if it has a little battery. I know there's a little battery as I was looking in my manual, and I'll clarify it on this video. But that might be powered separately. I'm not sure yet. I noticed it doesn't turn on when I turn the switch. It turns on as soon as either the bike moves and it you know, it starts to register a shift in miles per hour, or as soon as I start the bike, like the engine, as soon as it churns over. But there's a lot in there. I know you could do hours, you could look at odometer, you could look at trips, you could look at laps. I'm getting to know it and figuring out for what I do. I'm not going to race. What I can do to figure out, you know, my setup. For example, if I'm following a roll chart, you know, tracking miles, trip 1, trip 2, so on and so forth, I'll figure it out. Got a couple other electronic farkles that I took off my KLX that I'll be adding to this, including my GPS holder and charger. I have auxiliary lights, and I have an auxiliary charger that has USB and USB-C connections, so that's down the road, not yet. A lesson for me, 3 years and change in adventure riding and a couple years in dual sport. If I were to do it all over again on my 790, I would not have gotten a rack luggage system. I would have gone rackless, and good options. Tusk has good options. It's good rackless panniers. Giant Loop has a great option with the Coyote or the Basin. And then you got Moscow Moto, and I'm going in that order in terms of price. They go up in that same order. I'm thinking of going Giant Loop. I like the Coyote bag system, and I think I'm going to go for that, and if I ever see it on sale, I'm going to jump on it. But I saw a video that was put out there by one of my favorite YouTubers, which is Dork in the Road. He does some commercials for Giant Loop, and he showed one of this same bike, 2024 KTM 500, and there's a guy, he has a Coyote on it, and he's just doing crazy shit, and it's really stable. So why did I pick this bike versus a 350? Weight had nothing to do with it. Same weight. That was a big, you know, decision point for me to go this route, but same weight, so I thought that was a plus. What I've been reading, and a couple friends of mine have confirmed this, they're both great bikes. In fact, one of them said he likes the gearbox on the 350 a little bit better, but he said with the 500, and I've heard this from several people, and I also have seen this in a couple YouTube videos, is that you could chug along at higher gears on this one. So third gear, you know, I don't need to shift as much as I may have to with the 350. I want to see your bikes, what you've been working on too.
Hiking, kayaking.
Oh man, nice. Yeah, so this is a 500cc.
Yeah.
And it's
I answered the question. Yeah.
it's a crazy.
So the other one was 290, right?
This one's a 500cc.
Let me guess. 350.
251 pounds.
It's lighter.
Look at this. Watch this. Look at
Really?
this. Watch this. Look. Crazy.
What is it? What's it? Is it aluminium? Is that all?
Aluminum. Yeah. Go ahead, sit on it.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's tall. But
Yeah, but it's not.
yeah. No, you're good on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's the compression ratio? About 14 to 1.
It's a race bike. Yeah. Watch it. It'll wheelie.
Yeah, I mean, you saw me just. I mean, I've never ridden it before. I can turn it on a dime.
Like even at stop signs, I'm just coming to a stop. Like, and, you know, it's great. So,
when are you going to get it dirty?
I know. I literally just brought it back from the dealer. So yesterday.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, this is a catch me out. This is the real deal,
I mean,
and I like it. The fact that it's big.
Yeah.
Like the other one, like was lower, right?
Yeah.
Which
and it had much softer suspension. The other one.
I'm guessing it's about what. 45 horsepower, 50 horsepower. Yeah, engine control unit.
Yeah, an ECU, he goes easily, you can get another 20, 25 horsepower out of it. And I was like, I don't think so. I'm good with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, well, if you do, you don't get something for nothing.
Yeah,
you know, it's
give
not 3
something
horsepower.
up. Okay,
it's not 3 horsepower. They always say it is. Trust me, it isn't.
Yeah.
It will change the power curve, or the torque will move, and the guys were putting the bigger cams in all the Harley Davidsons.
Yeah.
And then I watched my buddies all ride, and I was like, you never ride that bike over 5,000 RPM. You know, if you put a bigger cam in, it'll seem slower. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, because all you'll do is move the horsepower up the range, and you never get there anyway.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
You're not hitting that RPM.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because all you're doing is increasing the airflow through the motor, and the cam in there was small, tiny cam, was keeping the airflow through the motor at a real low RPM. Like momentum.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's like the velocity through the motor. I says, all you're doing is pushing it up. It'll make more power, but you never ride it at 6,000
Yeah, you're not
RPM.
going to get that's true. Now, this is what I have to get used to. Watch this. It pops up automatically, so you got to hold it because it's made, I guess.
Oh, like a
see that?
Ducati.
Yeah. Oh, your Ducati does that?
Yeah.
Ah, because that's because you don't want it coming down, right? When you're.
I love this thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know it doing I was expecting to feel something. Did you see me just hit that?
Yeah.
I was ready to. I was bracing my arms, and it
just went right over. Getting a
I fucking love it, mate.
So isn't that crazy? Yes. I've been contemplating it for a while, and I was like, you know what? I went in on Black Friday just to check it out, and I was like, I decided what the hell, After 43 miles, they do the first oil change, and
43.
Yeah.
Is that all?
After the first 43 miles, they say first oil change, so I have that kit ready to go. But I got to change it out every 650 miles. Yeah, but it only takes a liter and change, so the oil kit was pretty cheap. But,
What's the warranty on?
it's a year. They only do a year on the off-road, yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yo, I just saw, what is this?
So, anyway, I said to the guy, he didn't know it had the desmodromic engine in it. He just thought it had the regular engine in it.
Like aluminum tank.
It's not aluminium, it's steel.
It's steel.
Yeah, and they're usually all red, and then they have this dash down the side. It's a Mark III, a 1970 Mark III desmodromic. When they sell these, they sell them. A lot of them are converted into race bikes, right? Yeah, because the Desmo cylinder head. But it's got all the right bits on it, and I've got a lot of bits for it downstairs too. I'm going to put this on it, and I'm going to, obviously put the head on
that
it.
is going to be beautiful.
Tank on.
Man, you got a couple more bikes since I've been here. I see that.
Oh, this is
What is this?
This is Pro Mod bike.
Oh, what is this? Whoa.
I got the engine.
Wait a minute, is this a drag bike?
Yeah.
Holy shit, when did you get this?
That's the one I crew chief on. It's all custom made. It's got all custom. These are pro stock cases for it, super strong. It's all completely custom.
So this thing just rips. Look at that. It's got a car tire in the back. It looks like
840, 830. It's got two national records on it, 160 miles an hour.
And then is that your Honda? I'm guessing one of these.
Yeah,
I still have it.
This one
I haven't seen it finished.
It's also brand new.
Oh my God, Mark!
Yeah.
Now remember, I've seen it like in 3 or 4 different phases. This looks brand new.
Yeah, come out good, didn't it? All
Holy
original chrome,
crap.
original paint.
You tempted to keep it though, because it's just such
Well,
a.
yeah, I mean, what do you
Yeah,
do? I ride
yeah.
it, and it's a fun little bike.
I love it. Has also a
Yeah, it starts
Kickstarter.
easy on the kicker, too.
There it goes. Wow, smooth.
It's got racing carburetors on it.
Okay.
It doesn't have a choke.
It doesn't what?
It doesn't have a choke.
Oh, okay.
So in a cold day like today, no, you're going to have to. You're
Oh.
getting ahead of yourself.
Oh. If it spits back, then you'll know it's just cold. Damn. Woo, this got power. That's amazing. Oh yeah.
That's a really, really nice bike. In fact,
Thanks. Yeah,
I'd like one.
I'm loving it. I'm getting.
I like it just for tooling around on. Just
Yeah.
big and powerful.
Yeah.
It's twice as much money.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Is it twice as much bike? I don't know, but.
Twice as much bike.
All right, Mark. Good to see you. Okay. We'll see you around. Thanks. Yeah.
Pleasure.
As for whether the KTM 500 EXC-F delivers double the adventure for double the price, it's too soon to say, but that's exactly what I'm setting out to discover. Over the coming weeks and months, I'll be putting this bike through its paces to explore if upgrading from a 300cc bike like the Kawasaki KLX or Honda CRF is truly worth it. If you're curious about my journey, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future updates. Together, we'll find out if this upgrade was the right choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next ride.